Mr. Schmidt, describe Virginia Beach in 10 years and tell us what you will do to get us there.
That's a good question. Whoever asked it, thank you. You know, when you're fighting for your life in a football game, it seems that it's hard to think about who you're playing the following week. And I often try to think about what our opportunities are and the wonderful community that we live in and how blessed we are to have the Bay and the quality of life that we enjoy in the city. I think that if we don't, let's go back to transportation. If we don't address the arterial needs we have for transportation, if we don't fix the 4,000 bridges that are under distress, we've closed 2 already, and if we don't fix this problem once and for all, then we're going to be, since we're at the end of the cul-de-sac, particularly in the 82nd District, we will be trapped. We will have no economic development. We will be in a much worse state than we are right now. What I hope we do is that we have the courage to take the interim steps to do things like congestion pricing, to buy time while we put people in place to have the courage to fix the problems, because absent the transportation network, we can't protect our port. There's no reason to deepen the Panama Canal in our port if we can't get our goods out. It all ties into transportation. You know, fortunately, Virginia Beach has a wonderful education system that we've chosen to fund with over $200 million above the state's mandated requirements, and that has given us a level of excellence of which we should be proud. We need to leverage on that. We need to continue to embrace things like the Lynnhaven River now and do everything we can to improve the Chesapeake Bay and to continue to make this a community for a lifetime, but it starts with transportation.
Delegate Parker.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and that's an excellent job. You know, 10 years from now, when you look at the job market, education really has one of the major challenges. If we do not create the technology trade and the workforce, there won't be money there for roads or anything else. And you know, 10 years from now, we will look at roads that are here and new industry that is here. And we'll also look at a larger population. In the United States today, we have roughly 315 million people. By 30 years from now, that number will be 415 to 420, and 50 years from now, we'll have 500 million people. So we need to be prepared for more people, more jobs, and an economy that will support them. We're going to be supported by a technology-based industry. Our schools cannot continue to produce psychology majors and really political science majors, I regret to say, not really knocking those majors. But we absolutely must have the scientific and engineering-based majors in order to really satisfy the jobs. Is the purpose of an education to be a meaningfully employed working person in the economy, or is it to really have an education where you do not find a job readily? We're going to have toll bridges, toll roads. We're going to have user fees. And really there's a federal national land bank or landmark transportation bill that passed the last year. Thelma was in Washington. It's a bill about this thick, and in the middle of the bill it says, we will pass at the federal level to repair the federal highway system an 8-cent a gallon gasoline tax for 5 years, 5 to 8 cents, indexed to inflation after that for 5 years, and then what you're looking at the end of the 7th or 8th year to repair our failing and crumbling interstate highway system, you're going to be looking at a federal gasoline tax increase of something like 55 to 60 cents a gallon. We're going to go to European price gasoline. It's there in the federal level, and anyone who tells you something other than this is not being truthful with you. That bill passed. That measure passed. It's not going to get rolled out in Washington until they allow people to try to digest all the additional spending that they're heaping on us today. And I thank you so very much.